college is very different from high school. I help students by trying to figure out what goals they have, and I think that's really important here. Up at Housatonic, I work very closely with your guidance department, but we have over 17 high schools that I'll visit at least twice a year, and then we're emailing constantly. When I am in contact with the high schools, guidance counselors will often ask questions about our programs of study, or if a student is thinking about Northwestern, not quite ready to declare a major.
One day in the year of the fox came a time remembered well, when the strong young man of the rising sun heard the tolling.
Richard Weisbord of Harvard and his team publishing a new report this week called Turning the Tide, lambasting a student body obsessed with personal success over the common good, calling for sweeping recommendations to what some see as a broken college admission system.
Everybody knows that the system's irrational, that the system's out of whack.
Parents are painfully aware of it, too.
Do you feel like college admissions just chokes all of the joy out of childhood?
Yes, I say, it needs to stop. Something needs to give. I can't. Why not? Because this is what they are looking for.
I ended my junior year with 2.8 GPA, and it wasn't exactly up to my satisfaction. So it's kind of stressful knowing that your future is a bit unknown until you get a certain amount of colleges, or you get into a certain amount of colleges. My first 2 years was not knowing exactly what I wanted to do, which is, I think, something that could be improved for all high schools, is to start thinking about how important high school actually is. And without knowing what you want to do, I think you kind of lose sight of how important your grades are, or how important the classes that you're taking are. I realized that my dream was to be able to get into a 5-year accelerated program for occupational therapy. But as I was looking through colleges, I realized that the minimum GPA that you're allowed to have was a 3.0. So I would say that if looking back on it, I would try to definitely do better in my first 2 years. I think colleges look for diversity when they consider their applicants, and I think that being Muslim and being born in Egypt and also speaking a second language, which was Arabic, I think that helped me out a lot in the admissions process. I had over 3 different guidance counselors. The one that we have currently, Mr. Samaha, I definitely say I'd have a very good relationship with. I have 2 older siblings who have already gone through the process, so they have already, they kind of pushed me to take AP classes, like AP Calculus and stuff in my senior year, and looking back on it now, I don't think that was exactly, it was as important as I thought it would be.
The recommendations, pragmatic yet groundbreaking, emphasizing quality over quantity, encouraging fewer extracurricular activities, fewer AP courses, and even, in some cases, making the SAT optional.
Here in the Career Center, with all the things I do in the classroom setting, all the things that I do with individuals and small groups, helps them to determine what they want to do. And the research happens here, which is a complement to what your guidance counselors are doing for you. I work with seniors to do a resume, and they also come in beginning of the year. Juniors and seniors come in the beginning of the year because I organize all the representatives who come here that represent the colleges. Last year I had 80 that came in the fall, so it's an opportunity for students to come in, talk to the representatives that in most cases are the ones who are going to be having the first read of their application. So making a connection is always a good thing. By the time they get to high school, I know they do a little bit of that in the elementary schools, is, having them think about different careers and possibilities for their futures there. But I think that we try to get a little more serious in the high school, and each year, you know, everything builds on everything else. So we try to show them the information and how to get the information they need in order to make good, sound, informed decisions about their futures.
In the year of the fox, when the bell began to sing, it meant the time had come for the one to go to the temple of the king.